Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got a game from AntecAttack. It is a semi-final game, it is a best of 3, and it is between TSLHyuN, who is the red Zerg in the top right, and ESCmonchi, who is the green Protoss player in the lower left. Now this is game 1 of this best of 3. Both these players are absolutely awesome. HyuN is and Munchi, actually both of them are really quite often in the AntecAttack, which is of course cast live by myself and Puri on the D-Esports stream every Wednesday evening at 6:30 British Summer Time, so do check that out if you can. This is, well, these players are always in it. HyuN, he usually does very well. Munchi always seems to get into the grid stage as well, which is the quarterfinals onwards, and well, this should be brilliant. Munchi even giving a heart. That is how good these two players are in terms of manners, and they just like each other. They play each other quite a bit, especially in these online tournaments. And for anyone who doesn't know, the AntecAttack tournament is for €200. It's sponsored by Antec, obviously, and it runs weekly. And the winner gets €125. The second place gets €75. So effectively, because this is a semi-final game, the winner of this is guaranteed at least €75. Who wouldn't play damn hard for that? So essentially, these people are already playing for money, and who wouldn't? You're going to go hard, so this should be really awesome. Be interesting to see if it does go to 3, and Munchi trying to kill a hatchery with a probe. Munchi, I don't think it's ever been done, but if anyone can do it, I reckon it's you. Just keep going, just keep zapping away at it, it'll be fine. HyuN, he went for that 14 pool, I believe. Munchi, he's really looking like he's going to go for a next first 300 minerals. He's got the pylon on the low ground. Basically, if you've got the money, you're going to be going for it. Also, his little clicking down here at the natural base, he's ready. He's got enough minerals for it. So it's going to be a Nexus first against the 14 pool. And already Munchi being a complete nightmare here, being like, you want to put a hatch down? What here? No, what about here and here? No, he is not putting any hatch down. HyuN is going to get annoyed. He went for his third first, which is absolutely fine because he knows this fast expand's coming out. He's going to see with this Overlord that the Nexus was before the Forge, so he's safe doing this. And now the natural, that's going to come down at some point between 4 and 5 minutes, unless Munchi does something weird or HyuN himself does something absolutely crazy. But generally 4 to 5 minutes, 3 bases against a fast expanding Protoss is the way you go. This Overlord is happily sitting there. Nothing can shoot up for quite a long time. I mean, this is the first gateway to come down. The Forge is going to be there. If this Forge goes for an upgrade, which is what HyuN's going to look for, will be a good tell, but obviously no gas down yet, so nothing too soon. Here comes the photon cannon. Now there's a couple of options on where this Overlord can go. It can go up here on the high ground to keep an eye on the gas. It can also float back kind of, well, up to here, but HyuN's already got one there, so I imagine this Overlord will either go over to the side to sacrifice in later, or there's a couple of different places it can go. But anyway, we will see HyuN. He went for a very early second hatch. That was about 4:05, a third hatch rather, so that's probably as quick as you're ever going to see it realistically, and that means this is definitely going to the mid game, and it's all down to if Munchi goes for a mid-game push, if HyuN can hold it, because before a Zerg player hits that sort of 70 plus drones off 3 bases, they are a little bit vulnerable because they don't have the tech, they don't have the units. I mean, no gas down at all yet for HyuN, he's got no speed, still just droning, so time will tell how well this will go. Both gas down at the moment for Munchi. Macy is 3rd and 4th. Probably a bit later because he hasn't got the cyber core down quite yet. And, well, these injects, they're going good. Everything is fine. Really not much. So let's just quickly say that if you do like these casts, please give them a thumbs up. I've got the health bars up. That's from feedback I've got on my channel. It's something like, and what is this probe doing? Probe, are you going to put a proxy pylon down? We know you may. And if you do, that would be awesome for Munchi. But so far, this is all going pretty standard. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, health bars. If you like them up, please say. If you don't, please also say, because then I know and I can adjust. So make sure you leave a comment below. What else? If you like the video, thumbs it up. That'd be awesome. It helps me loads. It lets more people see the casts, and hopefully more people can enjoy these cool players. It gives more high profile to people like Munchi, who isn't as well known as, say, someone like HyuN, but it's always great to try and raise gamers' profiles. Also the tournament's profile. Antec do so much for esports, so definitely check them out. And what else? Yeah, subscribe. That'd be awesome if you subscribe, because, well, new awesome games up daily. Ladder games, tournament games, best of 3s, best of 5s. really quite a lot out, so do check me out. Anyway, so what we got? We got this one Stalker. It is rapidly moving across this map. It's going to be spotted by this watchtower. The Zerglings will pull back. They may actually try and get a little surround on it, and you don't want to be losing a Stalker to Zerglings. That would not be fun times at all. Already half its health gone, which is less than ideal. That one probe, has it been taken out? Was the probe killed? Who knows? But here comes down a Chrono Boost. The 1-1 and the... well, this is kind of obvious now. A 5-gate push with +1. That's quite effective on its own. The Roach one is on its way down. Where is it? Here we go at the natural. HyuN, you've got to hold this off or you could take big damage. The worker count, 49 to 39. Monchi, 5-gate isn't an all-in. You can support 5 gates off of 2 bases quite happily and still get an expansion up, but here comes the Zerglings. This Zealot and Stalker are going to be able to deal with them very easily, to be honest, and well, these 2 pylons are going to come down. Is Monchi even going to try and go for a pylon on high ground? 1 cancel for the extra minerals, and well, Warp Gate tech, it is now done. These 5 Warp Gates are done. They're morphing in. The +1 is done, and suddenly HyuN, you've got a bit of a problem. Your Roach one has only just finished. 5 Roaches already on their way. And well, in comes the pain, the Queen getting focused down, and will a big force field go off on the ramp? Who knows, but so far this pylon is there. That'll give the ability to warp in on the high ground, and now we will see Monchi dropping that force field, and he's going straight for the main. That lair, which is morphing, is going to get taken down. The spawning pool may go down as well. That 1 sentry there staying to just keep force fielding off most of the stuff, and so many drones are going down. HyuN, he's got huge problems here. The lair is getting focused down by sentries, and the Roaches were able to get up. The force fields weren't consecutive, but there's just so much stuff here. Loads of drones being taken out already, but HyuN, he's coming back hard. There's another force field down though, so he's not going to be able to do too well. How are the Warp Gates doing? I don't actually know at the moment, but great force fields defending those sentries from the Zerglings, and another wave of Stalkers comes in, and well, HyuN, he is really in a tough spot, but if he stops this push, he's going to be absolutely fine. He only lost 6 workers so far, but suddenly these Roaches getting taken down, and Monchi clearly not too happy this hasn't worked, but he has secured a 3rd base behind this, and by going straight for the main, he is trapped in, but suddenly now Munchi's got a bit of a problem. These 2 pylons, they're going to go down pretty damn quick, and Monchi has to get in a defensive position, lobbing down 2 photon cannons at the 3rd. This wall off at the natural should keep him relatively safe. He's got +1 ground armor on the way, he's got blink on the way, and what is the worker count like? 51 to 46, so Monchi is ahead in workers. That is his only saving grace, but look at this army moving across. 40 army supply to 10. For those of you who don't know, 40 is 4 times more than 10, which means that HyuN is in a great spot. These photon cannons going to be pretty essential. More gateways coming down, more pylons coming down, and this 3rd is suddenly looking very vulnerable. There's more units warping in ASAP. There's a slight defender's advantage here. Roach and Zergling speed not yet done. It's now 40 to 20. Munchi's in an amazingly better position now, and well, what can he do? He's got those 2 sentries out. They will help. This Overlord is there getting vision, and it looks like HyuN is actually going to pull back for the moment and not go for it. He's got a macro hatch up so far, but of course no critical damage was done. Here comes an Evo chamber. No upgrades as of yet for HyuN. He's taking down these rocks in the middle for the closer reinforcements, and well, Monchi, he's doing okay so far. Does he have any more tech up? He is still just sitting on those gateways. Blink is now done. That makes a big difference. Blink makes Stalkers so much more effective. 2 more gateways are in play. What are the worker counts like? 63 to 53, so HyuN is pulling ahead at the moment, and well, we've got a lot of Zerglings and Roaches coming up. The Stalkers are there, but they're not going to be able to stop them, and they are going to get surrounded, but some good force fields go down. Monchi not wasting too many, picking off a couple of units for free, which is always good, and a massive warp in right there. A lot of Stalkers coming down, but look at the Roach reinforcements. 14 more Roaches going to be added in, but Monchi with a good forward blink maybe was a bit too over aggressive, and HyuN, is he going to try and punish that? There's a lot of Zerglings there. They do get this around. The blink was used, so obviously Monchi not able to blink back too effectively, but doing some good blink micro, trying to keep everything alive for as long as possible, and it looks like he's coming out on top in terms of cost effective, but here comes in the reinforcements. And again, Monchi goes for that forward blink, and was that a bit too risky? We will wait and see, but it looks like he's taking some big damage as these reinforcements come in. But for Monchi as well here, more Stalkers are on their way through. These are 1-1 Stalkers against 0-0 Roaches, so they're going to engage very well. And the all-important loss tab says that actually HyuN engaging more cost effectively for the moment with this stream of Zerglings that will force Monchi back. He does not want to engage those Zerglings without a lot more sentries. but currently his sentry count is actually stupidly low at 0. Needs to get some more sentries out. We've got some more pylons coming down here just trying to defend this cannon, but suddenly these probes are looking to be in a bit of a problem. The stalkers don't want to get clumped up, they want to be careful with how they engage. This overlord showing all the information he needs. The +2 ground weapons are on their way out now for Munchi. +1 missile attack is, well, about 3/4 done. It's about to finish actually for HyuN, and this is close. He's getting more roaches. He's going pure power mode. If we look at the work count, 63 to 58. So not quite the 70+ drones you usually see, but HyuN, he's smelled blood, he's tasted it. Look at the supply difference. That is huge. And these stalkers, they want to try and engage as best they can, but no sentries there. We will see Munchi just pumping pure stalkers, and I think the lack of force fields could actually really hurt him. And well, time will tell. We've got a very defensive position here though, and that will help Munchi massively if he engages in a choke like this. So that is good building position. Another forward blink, and Munchi, you've got to be careful with those forward blinks, or you can take a bit too much damage if you're not careful, because you can't get away quickly. One stalker will go down pretty much for free there, the rest backing away. This is a complete wall off with that zealot there, but suddenly Munchi is supply blocked for those pylons at the front, and now he's going to try and engage. He's blinking back for those roaches pushing forward, and I have to say HyuN is coming out just so well. He's got so much stuff there, and well, it's going to be close, but it looks like he's going to turn around and take out the cyber core, and that causes huge problems straight away for Munchi, because that means no more stalkers, which he has been relying on, no more sentries, which means no more force fields, and suddenly that's a huge problem. Zergling's coming in from the back. Munchi, you are in huge problems right now, and I expect to see a GG any second, because without reinforcements, this is just going to be a nightmare to deal with. And well, everything is getting cleaned up very, very quickly. This third base almost certainly going to go down. HyuN just streaming in those reinforcements. His +1 is done, and there's the GG from Munchi. So that was game 1. If you did enjoy it, please flick over to game 2. It'll be in the next video. You can find that on my channel. You will see the link up on screen now. But first, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe if you'd like. But I will catch you in a second for game 2 of this awesome best of 3.